as adults, we need to get some things straight.
Angela, you know what? I don't tell you how to raise your little child, so please don't come here telling me how to raise mine, okay?
You are so ignorant. You don't get it, do you? You don't get, Keisha, that it is very important for them to see us get along. MJ, he could learn a little something from you. Ticah and Dominique's little badass can definitely learn some things from me.
No, she definitely cannot. Learn what, Angela? How to be aggressive and loud and obnoxious?
Oh, and what can my son learn from you? How to be a nice little tramp?
Watch it.
Keisha, look, I'm just gonna get to the bottom line. Your daughter was here having breakfast, and she called me a hoe in front of my son. And she said that she got that from you. You're so silly. What is so funny?
I didn't say that, okay?
Well, that's a relief, because other than that, I was just gonna think you was just real.
Actually, Angela, you know what? What I actually said was, you're a trashy hoe.
Nah, you gonna bring your butt over here. I am sick of you.
Yes, shh, or I will raise it. The house will be given to Mrs. Ellington, and the contents will be split 50-50 between the two.
Damn!
No, baby.
She got it.
Yes, she did. Hey, but at least you didn't say anything about sea sports, huh?
One more thing, the company's Seasport. Mrs. Ellington is entitled to 50% of Mr. Ellington's 1/3 of the company.
Damn!
Court is dismissed.
All right.
Yes! Woo! Woo! Hey! 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 Whew. Thank you so much for all your help today. Because if I gotta wear these tacky glasses for one more minute, I'm gonna die. Woo! I won! I won! I won! Woo! Woo! Thank you, Judge. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Woo! Bye, Richard. Bye, Richard. I'm back. Oh, I'm back. I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gone.
Welcome, everybody, to the 2111 Radio Show. I'm your host, Derrick Scott. My co-host here from All Things Ruthless, that's Ticah Deshawn, and my special guest. Listen, big fan, Kiki. Big fan. How you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. Watching those clips from For Better or Worse, y'all just tickled my soul. I haven't watched those in so many years. Y'all just took me back.
Let me tell you, what I notice about you, you're way funnier than people think. You've been playing some serious parts, but you're hilarious.
Thank you.
You is hilarious. I love Keisha. We're gonna get into that. But
I appreciate that. I had a good time playing her. It's and it's interesting because I was the villain there, and I am somewhat, not so much the villain, but just the, antagonist on All the Queen's Men. But it's sometimes hard to be the one that everybody hates. Not to find the layers and find the humanness. And I had a good time playing Keisha, and I'm having a great time playing Detective Davis. So it's a cool journey.
We definitely, let me tell you, I have so much to cover. So what I want to do, I want to go back. All right.
Okay. Obviously.
We're going to go way back. You're gonna be surprised. I don't know if you noticed.
I was going to say, should I be scared? You said way back.
I'm going to go way back. Did you go to Fairleigh Dickinson?
I did. That is my alma mater. I am a graduate of Fairleigh Dickinson University. Absolutely. In Teaneck, Hackensack, New Jersey.
Exactly. I did some research and I saw that. I'm like, wow. So East Orange, New Jersey.
Which is where I'm at right now. I'm at my mom's house in East Orange. Yes.
That's it. East Orange, New Jersey. You went to college for communications, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I was a communications major, minoring in public relations.
So how did that get to a point where you wanted to be an actress? You actually wanted to be an actress. And did that strengthen your way as basically being more disciplined?
Absolutely. Well, the desire to want to be an actress happened before Fairleigh Dickinson.
Mm-hmm.
I actually went to performing arts high school. I went to Arts High, which is why I'm actually staying in New Jersey a week longer than I initially planned to stay, because the creator of the Newark International Film Festival, he actually asked me to come this year to be the ambassador, because being an alumni of Arts High, yes, I'm really, really honored. It's the 10-year anniversary. And so, because I went to performing arts high school, just to make sure that I wanted to act, I decided to do communications and learn how to do what was behind the camera, just to be 100% sure. And so what Fairleigh Dickinson did is it let me know I definitely wanted to be an actress. I did not want to be behind the camera. And it also taught me how to be an independent young lady. I always tell people, if you go to school, if you're so blessed to stay on campus, it's one of the best experiences, because it's your first time, most of us in our lives, where we're not in our parents' household, or whoever your guardian is telling you when to get up, cooking for you, just doing everything for you. You have to fend for yourself. You don't get up, you miss class, you fail. Everything is on you. So if anything, even though I didn't follow my communications degree, Fairleigh Dickinson taught me how to be an independent adult.
Okay. So now, of course, I did a little more digging.
Okay.
So you actually won a contest in high school, if I'm not mistaken.
No, so I was going to go back, but I want to allow you to lead the interview. So even though I went to performing arts high school, I knew since I was in middle school that I wanted to be an actress. I won that contest in the 6th grade in Hart Middle School.
God, sixth grade?
6th grade, there was a contest. Whoever was the best dramatic actor between the 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade. God rest his soul, Malcolm Jamal Warner. That was my first time meeting him. Whoever won, we won a trip to go see a live taping of The Cosby Show. And being at that studio, being in the audience, watching this incredible family, the show that we all watched every single Thursday. I got to meet the whole cast. That to me really, really set the seed. I was like, this is what I wanted to do. Being in that audience, watching them, seeing how the audience was, we all were responding to them, watching them bring the scripts to life. I know that I was young, but I knew then what I wanted to do. I only went to Fairleigh Dickinson and studied communication because as a responsible woman, I said, okay, let me just be sure that I'm sure that this is really what I wanted to do. But I knew then, to be honest.
First, I would like to say, like I said, I'm just meeting you for the first time, and I'm proud of you because you took the shot. You gave college a chance. You graduated. You did what you had to do, and then you knew from way back then that you wanted to be an actress, and here you go right now being one of the.
To be honest, I was offered a job. So I interned, and what's interesting is Fairleigh at the time didn't have a lot of communication companies that they were working with, but I interned for Kraft Foods. Long story, we won't even cover that, but I interned my junior year. My senior year, they offered me a full-time position my junior year. I knew upon graduation that my senior year, I had a position waiting for me, salary, company car, and I had a heart-to-heart talk with my mom and dad because, for a moment I had even thought, can I just work and just, I knew they would let me stay with them and just save my money for 2 years, maybe, and then I can quit and then pursue acting. But I decided that I turned the position down because being an actor, any kind of field in the arts, it is hard. You have to believe and believe and believe that you're going to make it. Because in the beginning, there is no money, there's none. So you're literally spending more money than you're making. And I said, it would have been really hard to work a 9-to-5 that had a weekly check every 2 weeks, 401k, and then leave that 2 years later and go to an unknown. I was like, I'm not even going to set myself up because I've heard some people say that they wanted to follow something, but because of different reasons, they chose the responsible path and, took the 9-to-5 and they never left it because, it's the blessing and the curse that it's great because it's stability, but if it's not really what you want to do, it could sometimes set you up because it's hard to leave that to go into a field that is unknown. So I say that to say I had a job waiting for me, but I was like, yeah, you know what? Nope. I'm gonna take the shot.
Wow. Let me get a lot of these. A lot of them. So that scene with Keisha, when y'all was fighting in that scene.
Yes.
Now, I'm asking you a question. Was that your actual audition?
It actually was. That was my audition scene. It was.
Unbelievable.
It was.
That's unbelievable. Talk to me about that set. How did that even happen?
I was called in. That job period is one of the jobs that is so monumental in my life, because though, again, I always knew I wanted to be an actress. I had moved to Los Angeles at that time. There was ups and downs in my journey. And it just so happened that around that season, it was a lot of downs happening, just jobs. I wasn't booking anything. Reality TV was becoming more popular at the time, which is something that I personally am not really into. I wasn't really interested in doing that. And, money was tied. A relationship that I was in was a toxic situation. Just things were kind of out of balance, to say the least. And so a casting director that I had met upon first moving to LA, which it wasn't 10 years, it was about maybe at least 8 years that I had met this young woman, and I hadn't heard from her in years, y'all. And at the time, I had actually stepped away from the business. I just wanted to get my house in order, get some things back together, because I just felt like I was struggling, and that's not what I was comfortable doing. And she called me on a Monday afternoon, asked me to come in and audition for a project that she was doing. I was completely out of the loop. I had walked away from my representation. I wasn't auditioning. I just, I took a break. And part of me, because the audition was the next day at 4 p.m., I almost went to the job that I was working at, to work a couple of hours, because I told you I was trying to get my house in order. About, getting things together. But I was like, nope, do what you do, Kiki. Look at the script, break it down, take time. And I also wanted to do a good job, because that meant a lot to me, that particular casting director, who I hadn't heard from or talked to for years, thought of me. Most people out of sight, out of mind.
Right.
And so I went in and I auditioned. Tyler Perry was there. That blew me. I stayed as calm as I could. And, the audition went exceptionally well. He actually told me at the audition that I was his top pick. But people say a lot of things. And, I heard it, but it didn't really land on me. But I appreciated that incredible compliment to the max. But I left there just feeling like, you know what? I did a really good job. I impressed Tyler Perry. I think I did a great job for the casting director. And I get home and I'm actually going on with my day. And I got a call that night that I booked it. And they were asking me, was I prepared to go to Atlanta the very next day? I was the last cast member, to be put together. And, once I booked the job, I found out so many, actresses had auditioned for that role. And obviously it was just meant for me. And so I got the call Monday, went in for the audition Tuesday afternoon, got the call Tuesday night, booked it. I was on a red eye heading to Atlanta, y'all. Wednesday into the studio. And Thursday morning, I was at Tyler Perry Studios on his set, they were doing chemistry reads and we were running certain scenes, and when I saw him, I just ran up to him and gave him the biggest hug. I was like, you have changed my life in 72 hours, like literally. Nobody could have told me that Saturday or Sunday that I would be doing that, on Thursday. So that scene, you said, was that my audition scene? I told you it had a lot of rough stuff going on. So I had to fight her in that foyer. So easy for me to bring that energy in that room. And so, I think that's what he saw. He saw like there was something going on. And so it's so interesting how God will send certain situations that will, what did they say? Art imitating life, imitating art. I brought all of that energy that was happening to me in the room, and it booked me the job. So, doing that scene, there was a multitude of emotions running through me, because that literally put me on the map in a way. And I feel like it really set my career off in terms of you all knowing who I am, and, things kind of gone up from there. So it was one. And then not to mention Tasha Smith, who's a good girlfriend of mine. I had studied with her, in class, she was so proud. It was just so many things that came together. That's a piece for me that will always be near and dear to my heart, which is probably.
Exactly. Let me tell you. What was the last part did you say?
I said, which is probably why I didn't mind playing the villain, because I was just so grateful for the job. You know, a lot of people don't like to play the bad girl. Like I was the one that everybody, you know, hated or love to hate. You know, some people want to always be but I was like, listen, I was grateful to have a job. I was grateful to be, you know, working with Tyler Perry, Tasha Smith. There were so many other things I was grateful for. And even the producers would say, Kiki, you are so the perfect person for this role because you're so opposite of her that I never judged the character, whatever craziness they wanted me to do. I was like, okay, you know, I just did it. So, yeah.
Wow. So Ticah, yeah, you could ask us something. We got Ticah.
Okay, cool. So again, it's an honor to be here before you. We're gonna talk a little bit about Keisha because you know the world still to this day love to hate Keisha. So you know what are some differences that Kiki possess, or some qualities that Kiki possess that Keisha should work better on?
Patience. Keisha had no patience. Whatever she was dealing with, she was she was going to approach you and you know, storm you right then and there. So patience. I'm definitely a lot more patient than her. But I'll tell you, in the reversal, Keisha taught me how to stand up for myself. You know, it was kind of like a medium. You know, I feel like there was definitely times that Keisha should have, you know, held back, and many times she jumped to conclusions. But what I envied about that character, she did not let anybody run over her. She did not play. She let you know, how to treat her. And that's not something that I always did. And so I learned to do that, to stand up for myself more. So, you know, it was interesting. It was a balance of both worlds.
Definitely that's a full circle moment, just to realize that a character actually taught you to be a different type of individual. And so I love that you said that, because like I said, the world forever is giving Keisha the hardest time, but we can actually learn from Keisha. Keisha was about getting her bag, and she was going to do what she needed to do, and she really earned that bag that she got. You know what I mean? I
used to say, you know what I used to say? I used to say, even though sometimes Keisha needed to just, she said too much, Keisha would say and do the things that many of us wish we were brave enough to do and say.
Yeah.
We would be thinking it, but we were so grateful that she was the one in the room that said it. Most people, wish they could be that bold. Not all the time. Like I said, she definitely needed to pull back and learn time to speak up and there's a time not to. But yeah, she always many times had that spicy, like, I'm gonna let you know personality that I think all of us deep down, there's definitely that part of us that want us to be like, hide behind Keisha.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I do have a question. Keisha also showed us that she was really in love with Marcus, that she thought Marcus was really the one.
Yeah.
And it kind of like, when I first start seeing Keisha, we would say she's so loud, but then you got to see her. Sometimes you can see her looking at him or saying things like she wants him back, that he's her love of her life. So you had to really channel that part of you to get to that character, because again, we felt it. We felt that Keisha really was in love with Marcus.
I'm so glad you said that, because that actually is what I tried to focus on. So someone I talked to the other day said, nobody is mean just for the sake of being mean. Nobody's a bitch just for the sake of it. Most people, it normally comes from hurt. And so I wanted to make sure, though this character was the villain, though this character was the troublemaker, that she wasn't just waking up like, who could I, She was hurt. And all of her mechanisms and everything were so that she didn't allow anybody else to ever hurt her again, which is why she was, going to let you know what you're not going to do, So yes, a big part of Keisha came from, she was heavily disappointed that, her and Marcus didn't work out. She was heavily disappointed that she, wasn't with, the man of her child. So yeah, that's what it came from. I wanted to make sure that I found the realness in her, the human side of her, instead of just playing the problem, which is, that she can, cut people down with her words and, all of that. But it's like, but where does that come from? And so it's a lot that you picked up on that. No, she didn't just want the money. I'm looking at it.
She just wanted the money. You saw
No,
that?
she didn't. She, of course, she wanted that. She wanted it all. Don't most of us want it all? She wanted it all. She wanted the man, the money, the house. She wanted it all. But I don't believe that she wanted the money without the man. I think she wanted the man first.
And let me tell you what people don't realize. She only dealt with Richard because of Marcus.
Yes, exactly. Somebody wrote Keisha used Richard to get what she got.
Yes.
Yes, but because Richard was the fall guy. But if me and Michael or Marcus got together, then there would be no Richard.
There'd be no Richard.
Richard coming into the picture was to rub it in Marcus's face.
Yes.
It all started with the fact that Keisha didn't get Marcus.
Yeah, exactly. So now, but like I was saying before, I'm taking you back, all right, because I saw something and I remember this movie. If I'm not mistaken, it's one of your first movies. I don't know if it's your first.
Okay.
I believe it might be your first. I'm taking you back to this. Ready? Here it comes.
Okay.
Now wait, that's Bamboozle by Spike Lee's Bamboozle.
Yes.
And I've seen this movie so many times. And this week I'm looking and I said, that's you.
Yes.
Right there. Talk to me about your first actual time on screen.
This was so many years ago. It was fantastic. As I look at this picture, God has set up my career, y'all, where I constantly have been put in positions where I meet the right person who puts me literally at the right opportunity to meet the head person who can say, hey, I'm going to make this happen for you. So similar to my situation with For Better or Worse with Tyler Perry, with Bamboozle, one of my good friends, well, he became a good friend of mine. I met the casting director, this gentleman named Tuffy Questel, at a football, what's the Grambling game? Football, yes, at a football game. And he was doing the extras casting for the film. And he asked me that I want to come and audition. Actually, they were auditioning for a specific role. He was doing the extras casting, but he was also looking for a particular role that they were looking for this film. So I go and audition. I don't get the role, but he said, we need, extras to be on set because part of the storyline for Bamboozle was the bomb beer. It was about, how in urban neighborhoods, there's a liquor store on every single corner.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Brought up the fact about, remember, Tommy Hilfiger, that he was said to be a racist, but yeah, everybody was rocking his gear. It was basically trying to bring light to a lot of the stereotypes and where the black money is going to and the things that we should not, support. So I was one of the bomb girls. But that day, Spike Lee was there. He directs everything. And I was just so grateful to be working with Spike Lee that even though I didn't get the role, I didn't care. You know what I mean? I was just happy to be in the mix. So we were doing the commercial and we're dancing, the bomb baby. And he saw that and he came up to me at the end of the shoot and he was like, I really appreciate your energy, really appreciate you. At one point, he actually threw me a line. I forgot. He threw me a line. I say, it's the bomb, baby. And one of my best friends, she has a line and he's like, hey, he said, thank you so much for coming down here. And I was like, oh, no problem. I didn't think anything of it. And like the next couple of days, Tuffy called me and was like, hey, Kiki, are you ready to be SAG? SAG stands for Screen Actors Guild. Yeah. And, if you get written up, if you have an actual speaking role in a feature film, you can skip over a step called getting vouchers. You have to get a couple of vouchers before you join SAG. I had never gotten one voucher in my life.
Wow.
Spike actually wrote in a role for me after that day to be able to come back and film. And I did some paperwork, which is called Taft-Hartley lead. And so it's almost like when you go to the amusement parks and you buy the fast pass to get to it. It's like literally I got to the fast pass of the front of this business. I filled out my paperwork. I did the role and he helped me join SAG on my very first film.
Crazy.
I'm gonna clap on myself for
that. That's crazy. Amazing. Totally.
It was about gratefulness goes a long way. Okay. And I know sometimes all of us want the bag right away, But sometimes you don't know that even though the bag may not be there right now, you don't know that the bag is attached to what you're doing. And sometimes you just got to be in the present moment and be grateful for where you are right then and there, because I was just so grateful being an extra, being one of the bomb beer girls. I had no idea he was going to write in the part. And here's the real hook to the story. The part that he wrote in, it's, you know how the DVDs have the scenes that didn't make the movie?
Yeah.
It's in like the extras. It was the line that he gave me when I was an extra that day. When I say, it's the bomb, baby, that's what made the movie. That's what made the movie. So, you know, unbeknownst to me, I actually got Taft-Hartley that day. I just didn't get my paperwork yet. He wrote in the part. So it was almost like the blessing was already waiting for me that day. You know what I mean? It was already, and so it was from him seeing my attitude. I wasn't complaining. And, you know, so I've been very, very fortunate, y'all. I really have.
Beautiful, beautiful. Go ahead, Ticah.
Beautiful. So listen, I know Derrick is taking you on a trip down memory lane, and
yes, Derrick, you are.
I have a memory lane question myself, real quickly, because I don't know if he brought the image of this one, but a message from a mistress. Do we ever find out who man she was messing with? Like,
I get asked.
We need that part too.
I get asked this question all the time, and I know the creator very well. Shout out to Barry Bowles, who he allowed me to be a producer on that film. We were supposed to do a part 2. Maybe we need to, because I think it's airing. It's on somebody's streaming platform, because I've been getting so many calls lately that they're like, oh, message from a mistress, message from a mistress. No, it is never revealed who it was. We all have our speculations, and I actually have a pretty good idea, but I'm not going to share it with you. But no, I can never say. He keeps you guessing in the dark. And you know what? I'm going to put it out there. We need to do a part 2.
See,
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes. Absolutely. It's streaming right now. For those people that don't know, Message from a Mistress is now streaming on Tubi. So there's no excuse why you cannot go and check it out. I'm telling you guys, this movie was top notch for me. I don't care what anybody else says. This was top notch because it literally kept you engaged, because you get a message from your best friend to the other best friends that I'm messing with one of y'all's man. Like, what is going on?
I'm not saying who, right? Could you imagine?
And I'm not saying who. Like, girl, we need to meet you at the corner. Like, what is
and what it does is we all went from, oh, my relationship is great, my marriage is great too, but ooh, it was that time. Ooh, we all thought it was all of us. Like, damn, this is my man. You know, we all thought it was each of us. You know, so you know, the idea that we did not know, we went from being so confident to literally breaking down into shambles that it could be me. What if it's me? And also that cast. When I think about that cast, we shot that movie, y'all, at least 10 years ago. The pandemic has messed me up a little bit, you know, with time.
2017.
So, so where are we at now? 20. Okay, yeah, so almost 10 years ago. There's so many of the actors, like, oh my gosh, he's gonna kill me. I can't think of his name, who plays my husband in the movie. He is on A Reasonable Doubt right now. Gosh, I'm looking at him. Yes, he plays the lead actress, Emiati Coronaldi. That's her love interest on the show. My good girlfriend Karen Moore, she's gone on to do big things. She actually is on Mind Your Business on Bounce TV. You know, Eamon Joseph, who I've known forever. Eamon was on Snowfall. He actually has another movie coming out. It's like, when even just how far myself, all of our careers have come so far, you know, since that project, that it is an amazing movie. But I'm also proud when I just look at the stellar cast and all the strides and ground that we have all covered, you know, since 2017. Wow.
Oh yeah. Let me give you a round of applause.
And your co-host or your co-husband, he goes, it's McKinley.
Yes, thank you,
McKinley.
Yes, McKinley. Yes, he's who is on Reasonable Doubt right now, who's doing an incredible job on there. I think they're going into season 3. Yes.
Yeah, they are. They actually are. I just saw the
and I'll just say one last thing, and I'll turn this part back over to Derrick. But when Renee put that blinky out on Jackson, I was like, oh, it's about to be over with.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah. No, that's an amazing show. I'm so proud of both of them. And I've known Emiatzi for years as well. When I first moved to Los Angeles, I moved there in 2003.
Mm-hmm.
I met her in 2005. A dear friend of mine, Don B. Welch, he started a play, a national touring play called The Bachelorette Party, and she and I were in that together. So, you know, it's we all start at one place and we're all going down this journey in Hollywood, but it is exciting. It is inspiring to see people who came into this game with you, and we are all winning.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely winning. So now what I'm gonna do, because Ticah Deshawn, she covers all the Queen's men.
Okay.
She covers this. We're about to get into that segment.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you a little video. I only have a couple of questions, but Ticah's gonna really take this over because, again, that's my girl. She covers this show, and I'm interested in these questions that she has for you.
I can only imagine. All right, let's go. Let's go.
So check this out. I got a little video to play. So I'm gonna play this video, and then we're gonna get back to the questions.
Okay.
So check this out.
Good fuck what you trying to show me.
Do you want to know how your baby is doing?
I'm going to the hospital after I leave here.
Oh, you're so sure you're leaving here?
Yeah, I am.
Well, no need. She died.
Like I said, I ain't saying shit.
No? Well, let me... You know, I'm really gonna miss our witty back and forth banter. But knowing that your ass is gonna be behind bars like the animal that you are, is all worth the wait.
You really think so?
Absolutely.
Madam, do not take another step. Detective Davis, Mr. Bill's coming with me.
Who the hell are you?
My attorney. Now uncuff me, bitch.
She can't just walk out of here.
I suggest you do what she says. No, she can. She's made bail.
That fast? You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Because we got enough evidence on her that we will arrest her ass again, and when we do, she'll be here for good.
Don't hold your breath. You know, on second thought, do. Smells like shit. Like Doc's ass, which I hear you really enjoy eating. Nasty ass. Shall we?
Oh, shit.
Don't do that. Don't act like you didn't know that I was in here.
What you mean?
I ain't never seen you in here before.
And I ain't never seen you in here before.
Yeah, okay.
You drinking, huh?
I'm off duty. Mind your business.
I bet the streets are safer now without you out there harassing everybody.
For everybody but you, you should never feel safe.
No?
Because we coming after your boss. It's going down.
Here you go with this shit.
You ain't no snitch.
Listen. From Keisha, that damn detective, listen, woman, woo, you playing the hell out of that part.
Thank you.
Are playing that. When I first saw you in this on this series, I was like, oh, I want to see her kill this part. And damn, you mean. Ooh, that's a mean woman. Oh.
I don't know if I would say mean. She is a very, very determined, calculated, unstoppable woman. But so is Madam.
Yes.
You're both two peas in the pod, just on different sides of the fence.
Exactly. So now what I want to know, the scenes with Doc, all right, it's hilarious.
Yes.
It's hilarious. How did y'all even get it? The connection is crazy, by the way. You guys is excellent. Yeah, it's an excellent scene. You, Doc, and Trouble. I'm sorry. Y'all three is definitely my favorites. Talk to me about the scenes with Doc. How did that even how did you even get into that character to be with Doc? Because he's just, how she said, he's obnoxious.
He is. First of all, I could not have asked for a better co-star. Michael Boulware is a joy to work with. I know that everybody knows him as Bolo the Entertainer, but since he has joined All the Queen's Men, he has been really, really just showing the actor side of him. And so I'm making sure I appoint that whenever we're together, I call him Mike, but he's Michael to me. And it was such a gift, me working Detective Dick. Am I supposed to read my little the comments?
No, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Because I want to make sure that I'm watching. And matter of fact, to DeMarcus, he made a comment that this interview is fire. Thank you, DeMarcus. I'm so happy that you're enjoying it. No, I could not have asked for a better co-star for a couple reasons. Michael comes from the world of exotic male dancing. He's been dancing, I think, since he was 17. So he's used to being sexy and performing for crowds. I've been an actress. Like I said, I knew I wanted to first do this since I was in 6th grade. But believe it or not, before All the Queen's Men, y'all, I never had to do a love scene. Ever. Wow. People are like, how did you go 20 years without, think about it. And for better or worse, it was because it's comedy, and then, so, we balance each other so well. He literally loosened me up, taught me to embrace my sexuality, taught me to be comfortable in my skin. And I've helped him with walking into the world of acting because this is his first project. So the chemistry that you guys see is honestly, we just really just let our guard down and became super cool friends. Like literally spent if we weren't on set together, after set many times, I have a lot of friends in Atlanta. They started to get mad at me. I wasn't hanging with nobody. I was always with him. I always say the best actors don't act. We had to build a chemistry and get comfortable to one another so that when we're on set, we trust each other. Things move so fast. And, every single season, honestly, I feel like it gets better. We get better and better. Like it's a joy. And the same thing with Trouble. Oh my gosh, Carter, I am so proud of her. I am so proud of her. She's come so far. A lot of the dancers, this is their first acting role and they've taken it so serious. Carter and I have worked together. I did a couple of techniques with her. If you see, she's kicking it. She is kicking ass in this show.
She is.
She's amazing dancer, sexy, all of that. But she's showing y'all that she got some chops. And so, it is a joy to work with my cast. And Eva, oh, forget about it. Eva walks through their halls like she is honestly the queen. That woman works so hard. Like she has more lines than any of us in the show. And I don't know how early she gets her scripts, but irregardless, when I tell you she knows all her lines from the moment that she walks on set, it blows my mind. Like at least when I'm on set and we're filming, I'll have my script in my hand for a moment, like up until we start shooting, and then I put it to the side. I don't think I've ever seen a script in that woman's hands.
Whoa, that's crazy. Hold on. So now here come the fun part. Ticah, you can take off. Get it.
Okay, so I'll start by saying, first of all, you're definitely holding your own. Yes, you are walking in the room with even Marcel and the others. However, you, Miss Kiki Haynes, are definitely holding your own. And I just want to say this, a lot of the women or a lot of the audience members are jealous of Detective Davis, or they claim they don't like Detective Davis simply because she has been able to, hold her own when it comes to Doc. So that's where that we like her, we don't like her mentality comes from. So with that being said, when we meet Detective Davis, she is talking to Tina Fisk about Alan. Like, okay, let's get Madam to confess, or let's get Doc to confess about what has happened, and so that way we can take her down. But it also sometimes seems as if there is something more personal with Detective Davis and Madam. Now, I see it as Detective Davis just doing her job, okay? But if there's something, a backstory that we have yet to be privy to as to why Detective Davis is going in so hard on Madam, and not even so much as Madam, but was she aware of Alan Fisk before this whole situation went down?
Wow, Ticah, first of all, I appreciate the investment. You are like really, really hitting me with them. To answer your question, no, there is no backstory, but there is I believe the volume got turned up. Do you remember? I think it was season 2, where my chief says to me, "What happened to? Can you cuss on this show?
Yes, you
I
can.
need that bitch back that was willing to do whatever she needed to do." I was challenged. And then also there's another scene where DA Rods calls me stupid. Remember, I put the record on. I have something to prove, is what I'm trying to get. I have something to prove to my department that I am a great detective, and I have I think I have a love-hate for Madam, in the sense that she gets away with everything. Like, her team runs like a well-oiled machine, where as good as I am, she constantly makes me look stupid. She constantly makes me feel like I'm not good at my job, and I know that I am. She's just great at being the villain and having people who will literally go to jail for her. You know what I mean? Give up their life for her. And so it's also an admiration. Even though I'm on the side of the law, I can't help but respect that she's that boss bitch, that her stuff is so tight. So I think there's a part of me that is envious of her, but I can't go there because I am on the law side. So I just want to make sure that I put my entire everything into my job. So I have to prove that I am better than you. Like, you're good, but it's this whole, 2 alpha females going head to head. And I don't have the team that she has. Even though I have the blue, they're not behind me.
No, they're not.
Like her team is. So it's literally like me against her world, her whole Eden world. So I think it's perfect for me, because if I take her down, I'm the shit. You know what I mean?
Nice. That's it.
Listen, I have to be honest with you, because every Sunday, I'll just shameless plug, every Sunday, we have this thing that we do called Virtual Club Eden, where we all go live, each of our YouTube partners, and we literally discuss all the Queen's men. We talk about, the Davis, and I gotta say, myself, and I'll shout out to Marcus Vaughn in the chat, he and I are literally the only 2 that seem to be Team Davis at this point. We're trying to draw over to Detective Davis, because I've said this many times. Detective Davis is just doing her job. She's been told by higher up to step up her game, and so she did what she had to do. Now, yes, take it for granted, she did, dive in a little deep with Doc. However, she did what she had to do to get a little evidence, and I'm not mad at that at all.
Now here's what I will clarify for y'all, because people always ask. I think people hate me because they think Davis played Doc. She did not.
No.
She did not. I believe that even with me doing my job, I'm still human. He's still that sexy, fine, make him feel good guy. And even though I went into it thinking that, I'm just going to do what I got to do to get the information, I wasn't expecting to get to know this handsome, charismatic, cool. We were having pillow talk on the couch after the first night,
right?
And feelings snuck up. The feelings, I believe, were absolutely real, but I had to make a choice. I had to make a choice between my job and that. If I could have both, of course, I think Davis would most definitely choose both, but I had to make a choice. And if I'm put up against the fence, I'm going to choose my job. So it's not that I was playing him the whole time. I think there's definitely, Mike and I started this hashtag called Doctective. The love is 100% real. Like, we feel like, and we're going to tell everybody, we leaving the Eden and the department. We're going to be like, screw y'all in a universe far, far away. But no, I think it's absolutely, there. But, both of us have so much on the table. He'll get killed, and who knows, I'll get fired. So unless we go on an island somewhere, how's that going to happen?
Exactly. Now, before I just have one more thing to say. If I'm not mistaken, Doc was getting feelings for you as well.
Absolutely.
Doc was getting feelings because they kept telling him, "You still seeing her?" Yeah, he was still seeing her because he was really feeling her, and it hurt his feelings that you had to choose your job. They didn't really show it, but you could see it in him that, damn, she was a good one. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to that, to the whole cast. You guys is excellent.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. It's been a challenge, but don't get
She was about to give something.
Don't give up on Detective. I'll just say that.
See, take a look. We got something. We got a little.
Don't give up. Don't give up.
She gave us a breadcrumb. That's all I need.
Don't give, because even when you have to choose your job, you can still. When somebody wants something, they will find a way. You know, they will find a way to each other. So yes, we are both trying to figure out how to.
Yeah. Somebody in here said, Jessica said,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I absolutely am here for anything. Listen, it gives me great pleasure to see Madam get in handcuffs anytime that she can get in handcuffs. So, and when it's Davis doing it, I'm just like, yes, girl, get her, even if it's for 30 seconds. But
I was going to say, right.
So, my last question, and I promise I'll leave you alone by Detective Davis, but I'm currently on trial for defending Davis to the court. Like they had a whole. So if there's anything, if you had to go and sit before the police board to justify any of your actions towards this whole case with Madam, what would those words be that you would give to the board to get you out of this mess? Because they might try to take you down, girl, but I'm here for you.
What would I say to get myself off of me straddling the fence and me trying to take Madam down?
Right, because Trouble went in there and said Detective Davis just called your name, like Davis. You know what I mean?
Damn, Trouble.
I think I would always go back to, again, season 2. My boss told me, do whatever you got to do. What happened to that bitch that was willing to do whatever she had to do to take a bitch down? And so you pretty much gave me the green light to do whatever I had to do. And whatever I do, whomever I do, when I'm off the clock, really shouldn't be nobody's business, but I get it because of what I do. But it's almost like I'm doing my job and I'm crossing certain lines to make it happen. But it's interesting how the department has selective okay. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, we want you to cross the line sometimes if we agree with it, but for the areas that we don't want you to. But it's like that's where that gray area comes in. So I would say to your group, which thank you so much, say Davis is doing the best that she can to do her job. It's at the end of the day, she has a job to do. But on the flip side, she's a woman with womanly needs. She's human, and she's trying to find a balance between what she does and who she is.
There it is. That part.
Isn't that what we're all doing? Literally, you get so plain in life. There's what you're doing and what you're choosing to do, which is not always what you want to do, but the maturity in you, the integrity in you. We can come up with a list of names, but it's not always what you necessarily want to do. And so trying to find that fine balance of, straddling the fence, that's the game of life.
Yeah. So now I do have a question in the audience. And it's from Demetrius, DeMarcus, I think.
DeMarcus, probably, yeah.
Yeah, you see him, right?
Yes.
So who would you rather have, Marcus or Doc as a character?
Oh my! That's like asking me, don't want butter pecan ice cream or cookies and cream? Like, really? They both good. Ooh.
That part.
That's a hard question, Marcus. I want, you know what? In the words of Madam, I want both. I want it all.
There it is.
I want it. I honestly, real talk, I would love it because people have asked about, is For Better or Worse going to come back since Tyler has brought back some of the other shows like House of Pain. I would love For Better or Worse, to come back. And, who says I can't do both? Right now, Michael is playing on the new hit show. He plays. Him and Portia Coleman are killing it together. It's Naomi and is it Hakeem? Is his name Hakeem?
I think so.
I think so. So watching, yes,
the Voice Sisters, yeah.
Exactly. So why can't I be Detective Davis and Keisha again? I'm gonna say both, DeMarcus.
There it is. Exactly.
And I can have Marcus on Tuesday and Doc on Friday.
Okay.
Listen. So
I approve that message.
Exactly. Let me tell you, this has been dope. I'm not even gonna lie. But it's another layer to this woman. You're actually a producer as well.
I am. Gotta produce your own stuff. You have to.
So now I do have this film. I have a clip. I have the clip of this movie right here.
Okay.
Man. Now, this is interesting. I'm not even gonna lie. First, I wanted to ask, what got you into producing your own projects?
Coming off of For Better or Worse, which was an incredible project, sometimes, and some other actors have said this, when you come off of a great project, people are so used to seeing you as that character. It's hard for them to see you as anything else. So I wasn't having the best luck auditioning for other projects. Some casting directors, they didn't have the vision to see me as another role. So I said, okay, well, if you can't see it, let me paint the picture clear for you. And ironically, I went to my now producing partner, my former husband on For Better or Worse, Kent Falcon, who played Richard. I actually came to him because he's a writer and a director, and we came up with a couple of ideas. And he actually wrote this movie for me. He came up with like 5 different concepts, and I chose this one because the storyline of being an engineering scientist who stumbles upon a device that has the possibility to change the fate of the world. How opposite was that of Keisha? And that's what I needed. I needed something that was going to show them that though I am great at playing Keisha, I am also great at playing Hannah Morris. I'm now great at being. Don't put me in a box. I had to show them that my range is so big, and if y'all can't see it, let me show you.
I like her. I like her. Yeah. First of all, I want to congratulate you. You're a powerful Black woman. You hear me? I'm sorry. I know y'all feel it in this room. I'm sorry.
Yes.
And you're completely opposite from every character that I've seen in you in. Completely opposite. And I just want to congratulate you on pushing and striving to be the best you could be, And, I say that for everybody because we see you and you win it. Right now, you win it. God is shining right up on you. I'm telling you that now. He really is. He really is. I congratulate you on all your success. Now, this film, like I said, I have a clip from it. Also, of a Christmas show as well.
It's a movie you're talking about,
yes.
Wesley Christmas. Well, wait, before you go to Wesley Christmas, what I'm so proud about with Just a Phase is it's actually on its first streaming platform. It's on Aspire TV. It launched in July. And we actually have about 7 more who are interested in putting it on there. But everybody has to wait, their timing. But I'm just so excited that this is actually out because when we filmed this, it was we filmed it in 2018, edited it, put it all together 2019. We were just getting ready to shop it to film festivals. And if you remember, the pandemic hit in 2020.
Yes, it did.
And so I was accepted into many film festivals, one of which is the Newark International Film Festival that I'm going to be an ambassador for. But that year, everything was virtual. And, we did the best we could during that time. The world tried to go on and interact virtually. But having a film, not being able to be there, I didn't get a chance to do the panels. I didn't get a chance to meet the people, talk to the people. So I feel like I got gypped out of that time of it. So I didn't get a chance to really work the film festival circuit. So the fact that God's like, you know what, don't worry about that. You don't need that. He's automatically just giving me a deal and putting it up on streaming platforms. And we're hoping to actually get a series deal because this is just a short film that's up, but we have a 6-episode series that has been written out. So, I'm happy that it's actually being, displayed so that people can see it because I got shortchanged a little bit as we all did in life, from the pandemic. So that's hopefully this is the first of many, many more.
And it will be. Exactly. Nice. So before I get to the Christmas movies, what Christmas means to you?
Well, first of all, I'm a December 17th baby, so Christmas is everything to me.
Oh.
I am all things Christmas, y'all. Let me tell you something.
What?
Yes, I have Christmas pajamas with the elves. Like I am 100%.
Oh, God.
Yes, I love Christmas. Yes, so it's and it's interesting because for the last 3 seasons, no complaints because I'm so happy to have a job. We've been filming the seasons of All the Queens Men in December. So I've actually been working on my birthday for like the last 3 years, and I haven't been able to celebrate the way I, wanted to. But normally I go all out. I have big dinners, big parties, and I haven't done that. But Christmas. Are you kidding? I'm that person that when I buy gifts at Christmas, I'm more excited for what I got for you than what you got for me. Like when you, oh my God, Kiki, this is what I'm over there like.
That reminds me of my wife. She's the same way. My wife the same way. She's more excited for you than she is.
I get so excited. That is the selfish part. It's like it's for you, but that's where I'm like, I did that.
So now you actually have, like I said, it's 2 movies, if I'm not mistaken. It's the Wesley.
It's 3.
3 of them. My goodness. Well, you have one for Africa.
Yes, that was part 3. That's how we wrapped out the movie series. We did the first one was A Wesley Christmas. Yep, that's part 3. The second one is A Wesley Christmas Wedding, where my sister-in-law, my now sister-in-law, prior to her, marrying my brother-in-law, and then this part 3, we actually filmed in Durban, South Africa last year.
Wow.
It was such a remarkable experience. I had never been to Africa. Not only did I get a chance to visit, but I filmed a movie and we had South African actors join our cast. We had a South African crew. It was history. It was definitely history. It was incredible.
Wow. That's amazing. Like I said, what I'm seeing, like I said, you're starting to evolve into the powerhouse that you're gonna be. I'm telling you, I can see it. I feel it because producing movies now, plus you're doing the acting, and who knows else what you're going to do. I'm asking you a question. Can you sing?
I can hold a note. I'm pausing because my father is a singer.
Yeah, we know.
Yes. And so, my father was the lead singer of the legendary Escorts, and I do believe that he passed the voice down to me. Like I'll sing sometimes, and like when you're not paying attention, you just humming a tune. And I've had friends go, "I didn't know you sing." I dance. I act, I produce, I put time into those things. I've never taken like vocal lessons, like seriously. So I feel like if I were to, maybe get with a vocal coach and do some training, I would feel more, but I haven't. So I feel like, let's say, I believe I have a genetic talent that if it is seasoned and watered on, I have the potential to, but right now I don't.
Okay. I get it. I definitely get it. But I can see that though. I can see you singing something. You look like an artist. You actually look like an artist.
And it's funny. I've always said one of my, we all have like I want to do an action film. I want to do a period piece, but I would love to do a biopic of an artist. I would love to play somebody.
Oh wow! Check that out.
But see, because I wouldn't have to sing. I could just, it's all about embodying what it is. Because that's one of the biggest things I'm jealous of with, musicians, unless you do like big theater, is you get the immediate response. You know what I mean? When you're on stage and hearing the people love you and that's got to be like a high that I don't know. Yeah. When we're on set, we do the scene and they're like, okay, cut, moving on. Let's go over to the, and you're like, oh, where's my applause? None. Okay.
Exactly.
You don't get that. So I'm envious of that. Yes, I do need a leading role, DeMarcus. I do.
It is. Listen, it's coming. It's coming. Yeah. And we're gonna have to bring her back because I'm telling you, I'm gonna have her come back for that leading role. She's gonna get it. So now, Ticah, do you have any questions?
Listen, I really don't, but I just do want to say this has definitely been all things awesome. Listening and just listening to you and doing a little research, and just as Derrick mentioned, or you mentioned about your father singing, I did happen to see on your mother's page who's a spoken word writer, like she's all things amazing. So you literally come from greatness as it is. So I can really truly see just you literally taking the world by storm. You're doing it. You don't need anybody to help. You're already acting and doing it out out loud and proud. You know what I mean? So just congratulations to you on everything that you have done and things that you have coming up. I just commend you for standing 10 toes down and doing what you do. And I know people have been a little mean talking about Keisha or talking about Detective Davis, but when they talk mean and whatever the case may be, that means you're doing your job. So salute to you. And congratulations on everything that you have done again and will continue to do.
Thank you so much. And you know what? Send me the link to your group. I'm gonna surprise y'all one day.
Yeah, it is. I told you, Ticah. I told you. I told you.
So you ain't gotta defend me. I'm gonna come in there and defend me one day. And it's so interesting when sometimes some of the fans, they'll make like certain comments on my page. I'll respond, and that's actually me. And they're like so shocked, but you know, I tell them it's okay. You know, thank you. It's not a diss because you hit the nail on the head, Ticah. When people get that invested, when they hate me, that means I'm doing my job. And it's a compliment to me. And I know who I am. Kiki Haynes is not Detective Davis. She's not Keisha, you know, but I'm grateful to play all of those, you know, parts of it. And when I get an opportunity like this to show who I am, you saying, you know, Derrick, that I'm so different than my roles, it is such a testament to me because it lets me know that I am doing my job and that you're giving me a chance to display, you know, who I am. Acting is what I do, but it's not.
Exactly. And that's the truth. So for those who don't know, I've been stalking this young lady's page. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, for like a good year and a half. So one day we went on one of the pages and we said we would love to have you on the show. Why? I'm gonna tell you why. Kiki went right up to my post and said, I'm gonna contact my PR. And she DM'd me with the information. Next day, PR hit me up and said, we got her. Just give us a date. This is how real this woman is. And I told you, Ticah, she was gonna surprise you. I said it in the back scenes. If you talk about your show, she was gonna get there. I knew it because she's really down to earth. I love that about this young lady. So congratulations, man.
Thank you. And you know, this is what it is. You know, there's been other people that reached out, and I know some people can be like, well, I reached out to you too. This is nobody but God. You happened to just catch me, and I reached out because I don't hit everybody back, but I try to because I would not be here if it wasn't for y'all. You know what I mean? I would not be me. I would not, you know, I feel like I'm constantly given offers for different jobs, opportunities, panels, whatever, because people want to see me. So, you know, I am so grateful. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I am so grateful, Ticah. I am so grateful, you know, Derrick, I'm grateful for you all stalking me, having your groups, you know, because it is the most humbling compliment that you care.
Yeah.
People want to know anything about this little girl that started with a dream in East Orange, New Jersey. Literally, it just so happened to, you know, blossom into this, but it could have gone another way. So when I tell you that there isn't a day that goes by that I am not 100% grateful for where I am, where God has taken me, you know, where else, you know, I'm going. So to stop and make time for stuff like this, it's nothing, because again, I would not be here if it were not for you.
Wow. She's dope. So let me tell you, that's my son, by the way. He's in the audience right now.
Oh, okay.
He just got home to see this. So, you know, I wanted to put his post up. Yeah, that's Kiki. Yeah, that's her. Yeah, she's here. So before I let you go, I wanted to ask you a question. I usually ask, we do have musicians up here, but you're an actress, so I'm gonna just ask you this question.
Okay.
If you can look at one movie for the rest of your life, what movie would that be?
Just one? Shawshank Redemption.
Whoa. That was a surprise. I like that.
I love that movie so much. I love movies. I love movies that inspire hope. I love underdog movies, and that's this. I mean, trust me, my mind is all over the place, but that is one of my all-time favorite movies.
Let me tell you, I love underdog movies as well.
I love them. Yes.
It's like, I don't know, I felt like I've been an underdog for years. And my wife dared me to put this show together. Like, she said, you know what? Because I was down to earth saying no. And I've been saying no for years. She said, I dare you to come on, do the show. And we 3 years in and over 400 interviews.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now let me clap for you. You keep let me clap for you. Wow.
You are by far one of my favorite guests to be on this show. You really are. And I had a lot of people. I actually had Kristen Keys up here last year.
Okay.
So
you know, All the Queen's Men is his show.
Yeah, that's when it first came out. He was actually here talking about it. That's the crazy part. But we didn't know you was in it. That's the crazy.
So here's the other thing I'll say before we go too. I am so grateful, which this happened both with All the Queen's Men and Detective Davis. That's, you know, I will toot my own horn. That's a testament to me. Both of my characters, Keisha was supposed to be, I think, in like 4 episodes initially, and that's it.
4?
That's it. 4. They ended up writing me, and I was not a series regular when the pilot started. I ended up getting written into the script to being one of the main cast members. Detective Davis, if you watch the beginning of the show, I think I was in like 4 episodes in the first season. Yeah. And the first 10 of the second season, I wasn't in any. In fact, I thought my character was cut from the show because people don't know. You don't have to get killed on TV. It could have been a simple conversation if somebody said to Madam, you know, what happened to that pesky detective? And she could have said, don't worry about that. Boom.
It'll been over.
It's over. So I was like, dang, you know, I did not begin to really, really blossom until the second half of season 2, and then definitely in season 3. So I'm grateful.
Oh yeah.
The same thing that I guess you all see, they started to see it, started to incorporate me, you know, more and more. But no, my character, who Detective Davis started and who she is now is 2 completely different characters. So, you know, I think I had a little bit to do with that. I'm grateful, and I love that the producers continue to include me, and I'm excited about, you know, I think this character could actually go into another show. I'll just say that.
See, she's giving us those little nuggets.
I think so. It's not there yet. I'm just speaking it. I could see that. Yes.
Got it. Exactly. So we're gonna let her go because do you realize we've been up here a whole hour?
I do. I do, but it's okay. I've loved every single moment. And honestly, Derrick and Ticah, I don't know whose decision it was. Thank you for taking me down memory lane. Thank you for showing me the part of the journey. Because sometimes, you know, I know how sports players, what do they call them? Highlight reels?
Highlight reels, yeah.
I feel like tonight was my own highlight reel interview where you reminded me of, you know, some of where I started to where I am right now. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
You are so welcome. Giving us the opportunity, like I said, I'm completely honored to have you here. And hopefully I can get you back because I got that funny feeling some things is about to happen outside of All the Queen's Men. I'm sorry.
Yes, we're going to claim that. Absolutely. 100%. It's some things coming down the pipeline. So I will see you another time, both of you. I'll just say that.
All right. So listen, for Ticah, for Miss Kiki, for the show, everybody that showed up tonight. There's a lot of people in this audience. I appreciate everybody for making the comments. Demarcus, I think his name is. He was definitely in here going crazy. I appreciate everybody, but we're gonna let this young lady go.
And before we go, first of all, follow me on Instagram, Kiki Haynes.
Listen, you know, it's so crazy. It was going on off and on in here. There it is, right there.
The name.
Yeah, right at the bottom.
Oh, I see it. Oh, perfect. Yeah. And then I hope everybody's been watching the latest season, the second half of season 4. New episode drops tomorrow. You and your group will enjoy tomorrow night's episode.
Oh, see, there she go again.
Already.
And just thank you for watching. Thank you for watching the show, and thank you for having me on, and thank you for putting my Instagram following on it. And also, please continue to tell people about Just the Phase on Aspire TV. You know, keep sending.
Let me explain. Yeah, let me explain. That trailer is going to be on 2111 Radio all week.
Thank you.
So people definitely going to see that. I will help you promote that because that's your baby. That's something you produced.
Yes.
It's a difference, a huge difference.
It is.
So I would definitely support you in any way you need us to do. Okay.
Perfect. Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. So listen, you stay right there. You don't move. I have something to ask you.
Okay.
And I wanted everybody to wish my son a happy birthday. His birthday. Where he at?
Happy birthday, son.
Come here. Because he's a big fan of yours too, Kiki. Come here.
He's there. Okay.
He's right here. Come here. There you go. Hey, Kiki.
Hi. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Is today your actual birthday?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Did you have an amazing day?
Yes, I have an amazing day. And I'm so glad to finally meet you, Detective Davis.
Oh, Detective Davis.
You make sure I don't have to come for you with my handcuffs, you hear?
Oh,
there it is.
Nice to meet you.
I'll leave the door unlocked.
Yo, you see his face? He turned so red. Oh my goodness. It's okay, son. It's okay. But listen, y'all take it easy.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
And I appreciate you guys. I'll talk to y'all definitely soon, okay?
All right. Have a wonderful night. Thank you.
All right, guys. Good night.
Good night.
Mm-mm-mm.